Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Steven's Sketchbook, the podcast. Welcome, everybody, and I'm going to welcome my guest, Rude Rhino. Please introduce yourself.
Hello, I am Rude de Rhino. Hola.
And that was Rude. That's her name, not the fact. I wasn't describing the fact that she's being rude. She's being very polite.
I am
tonight,
a walking pun. It's fine.
There you go. It's a great conversation starter. All right, so this is going to be part 2 of Sketchbook number 5 because we left off at page 41 with Laddie in the last episode. So today we're going to be recording from page 42 onwards until the end of the sketchbook, which will be around page 80 something. I didn't check. All right. So, a few disclaimers. I'm just going to repeat what are the trends in these podcasts usually. So what usually happens is that these drawings are from over a year ago. So when I look at these, I do not look at them with content, even though I liked them at the time. So I'm most of the time just gonna be deprecating on these pages, whereas my guest is usually the one who's going to be like praising them. So it's going to be a lot of, oh wow, Steven, this is a good. If you watched the last episode with Laddie, you'd hear it's, oh wow, Steven, what a cool drawing. It's like, oh no, you're wrong, this is a dumb drawing, and repeat that for about an hour or 45 minutes.
I mean, we could switch it up. You could be the one being like, oh, I really like this, and I could be like deprecating on your stuff.
Yeah, I mean, there are some pages that I actually do like, so that might happen. But that is just a disclaimer, so if I sound mean or overly depressing, it's probably because I find it hard to love myself. It's so hard.
So relatable.
Yeah. Maybe that's why people are subscribing, so I don't know.
We're all sad and lonely.
Alright, so we're going to turn to page 42, and hopefully we're on the same page, aren't we, Rhino?
Yes, we are.
All right.
Such a spaz.
All right. So most of the time, I'm just gonna show the page and have the guest just give their quick take on it before I give my 2 cents. So what do you think of this page? It's page 42.
Honestly, I didn't think that much detail could be put into a tree drawing, just because all the trees I've drawn in the past don't get that much detail, but this actually looks really good. I like the distinct clouds and just every little detail put in, because if it was just the tree, it'd be like, oh, yay, tree. But because there's shading and there's texture, it looks pretty good. I like
thank
it.
you, Rude.
Yes.
Well, all right, so now it's my turn to give
boy.
my take on it. All right, so this was page 42. It was the first drawing of the month of April in this sketchbook, and I hate this drawing because it looks like broccoli instead of an actual tree.
Oh, see, now I see broccoli.
Ta-da! So this is mostly going to be me ruining your appreciation of a drawing. I'm just going to point out the flaws.
But I like
in your
broccoli.
I like it too, actually, but I don't like drawing it, so...
What? Okay. Alright.
Strap in, guys. This is going to be the next 45 minutes.
Hey!
Alright, let's move on to the next page.
What the?
So, this was just a TED Ed riddle thing that I solved, and it's nothing much to talk about.
Okay.
Like you guys can't even appreciate the riddle since it's already solved, because basically you have to find the loophole in one of the wordings or one of the rules and all that, and yeah.
Oh, okay.
Let's just move on to page 44. Some pages we're just gonna just say 2 words about and we're gonna skip, but some pages we might spend like 10 minutes on. I don't know. Page 44.
This reminds me of Bambi, like after the fire.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, like in a good way.
Yeah.
Not like it's a hot mess. No. No, I like the dimension again. Like you could have totally just stopped with 1 tree or like 3 trees, but you kept going and kind of blending it off, so like there's actual like dimension and something else going on besides like 3 things. And all the plants you definitely didn't have to do, and I can tell those were a pain in the butt and they took a while. So kudos to you. And I see that paper. Don't act like I don't see that paper.
I wonder what's on that paper. If only there was a different way to light this drawing. I don't know.
Probably like the meaning of life is on that paper, and no one will ever be able to see it because you can't read it.
Oh well. Like I liked
Obama.
this drawing. I mean, I'd say thanks Trump, because if there's anything threatening our environment, it'd be more likely.
Message.
Let's not get into this. Let's not get into this.
Yeah,
depressing
probably
topics.
not a good idea.
All right, I liked this drawing until I showed it to people, and they say, "Oh wow, this is a neat drawing of a burnt out forest." It was not meant to be burnt out. I just got lazy and did not draw that many trees, so it looks like it was burnt down halfway.
Well, now I feel bad about the whole Bambi comment. I'm sorry.
No, it's fine. Actually, I actually like the idea that it might, like, sometimes this is just to the audience in general. If you're artists out there, sometimes you'll draw a drawing, you'll have an intention, and people will not see your intention and see something else that you didn't think of. For example, famous example, the movie called The Room. It was intended to be. I know. I mean, this is a very good example. It was intended to be a love triangle, a masterpiece of the human condition and all that by Tommy Wiseau. But it became the world's most famous comedy. So it wasn't intended as a comedy. He can deny it as much as he wants, but Tommy Wiseau did not make a comedy. And it's famous and people like it. So even if they don't see what you intended or see something you didn't intend, it can still be an appreciated piece of art you can be proud of. Because I still like this drawing.
Yeah, I like it. I mean, I like all your stuff, so you can just shut up.
Oh, big nerd.
Yeah. Appreciate your talent, you dumb face.
Like, I always feel bad during these podcasts. This is just... these podcasts are just episodes of me feeling bad for disagreeing with my co-host because I don't appreciate myself as much as they do.
Well, I mean,
I feel
why
bad
do
for
you have these podcasts then, showing your art if you don't even like your art? I mean, I feel like if I like my art, I'd want to show it, but if I don't like my art, I don't show my art.
Okay, well, I do like my art somewhat. I mean, there are some very good pages in each of my sketchbooks, but there's a lot of crap. I mean, this is not an example of it, but it's just mostly that I forgot what I was going to say. Oh, yes, it's mostly that I do not know how to take compliments, so I just get...
You don't know how to compliment yourself is the dealio here.
Yeah, like I don't compliment myself, and I don't know how to accept compliments, so I just get super defensive and weird. So, like, last podcast with Laddie, it was mostly like, wow, Steven, this is a really good drawing, and I catch myself before I say something rude about myself, or like, oh no, you're wrong. I catch myself as I just say, yeah, thanks, Laddie. Like, it's just that for an hour or so.
Gotcha.
So, yeah, that was a long disclaimer. All right, I just repeat this in every podcast, so people could probably just skip the first 10 minutes if they've already heard it twice. Page 45.
Demon Monkey Gremlin? Puppy Monkey Baby?
I don't know. I don't know.
It's like the flying monkeys without the wings.
Yeah, they're like half man, half monkey.
Hand, tail, butt things.
Yeah, I cannot.
They must be like professional butt rubbers, though. Like, they'd see their hands be like, oh, it couldn't have been them. Like, who was that? Who grabbed my butt? And they're like,
It could have been the demon with the giant hand claw thing. I wonder who.
Oh, that would come so in handy when they have like an itchy back.
Yeah.
It's right there.
Yeah. I mean, the inspiration for his drawing, I think there's a Pokemon that looks like this but less horrifying, which is just a monkey with a palm, I think.
Yes.
I remember the French name of Pokemon because I grew up in France with French version of the games, and it was Capumin, which is like Capucin, like Capucin monkeys, the name of a species of monkey, and main is just hand. Capuchin, there you go, Capuchin, and the word hand put together, so it's Capuchin hand.
Oh, okay.
All right, 46.
There's a lot of detail. I've never been good at drawing like metal or like industrial
machinery.
Yeah, machinery. I don't have the patience for it at all. The shine, the textures, and all the little bends and whatever. I'm like, nope.
I'm exactly the same. I hate drawing machinery, but every once in a while I try. And I was actually watching the original animated Ghost in a Shell movie while drawing this.
Never heard of it. Because I live under
You've
a
never
rock.
heard of... Oh, wow. Wow.
I'm sorry.
Get ready for the comment section. Yeah, I like how sometimes like just looking in my sketchbooks, my sketchbooks aren't diaries. They're just drawings I did at a certain point in time. But just doing that, like I can look at some drawings and remember exactly what happened that day for some of these. Some of them I just have no idea, or they're just too similar to other days, like, oh, I was in class, so I don't remember those exactly. But for example, I remember I was watching Ghost in the Shell for this one, so yeah, I remember the movie better, I guess. It's just weird how they jog my memory just by drawings that might not have anything to do with what they remind me of. But next page, if you want.
Odd parents, fairly odd parents. Don't sue Steven because he's broke. Not really. I don't know. That's.
This is page 47.
Yes. Help me. I'm seeing Melting Bubblegum Man, Fairly Odd Parents that got rejected from the show and didn't age well. And then they were playing charades? Or Pictionary. They were playing Pictionary. And Bubblegum Man is like so close to face palming, like, oh my god, bruh, it's obviously like Sasquatch, like, how did you not get that? And the fairy guy or girl is like, oh man, like, I didn't grow up with that. Like, my parents grew me up in a no unicorn world. Like, those kind of creatures don't exist. I don't know what that is. But yeah, that's what
I'm gonna leave it with your explanation, because anything I can come up with would not do you justice. I have no explanation either, so we're just gonna go with yours.
Oh, okay. I like it though. Another thing I can't do is like liquids and dripping stuff. I really need to practice a lot of stuff. And the fact that you did this on paper with no undo button, kudos to you, because I don't mess with paper anymore.
There are a lot of lines that I wish I could have undone, but since you only see the final product and you don't see the individual lines being drawn, you probably don't see my mistakes. I see my mistakes, but that's another thing. Other thing about artists, the
I'm
audience.
A mistake.
I mean, aren't we all?
Oh my god, edgy.
Okay, audience at large. If you made a few small mistakes, or maybe a big mistake in your drawing, and you don't like it, it'll only look like a mistake to you. Unless the less obvious ones, like, oh, that line is kind of wonky, they might not notice it because they didn't see the drawing process and they didn't know exactly what was going on in your head in the drawing that you wanted to come out with. So that's another thing, artists at large. This is why I do Steven's Sketchbook, is to give advice to people. It's not necessarily to just gloat in my art quality or whatever. It's just, keep that in mind, art people. Move on to page 48.
You know, I'm starting to get the impression that you really like drawing trees.
I had an obsession for this sketchbook. I drew a lot of trees in this sketchbook. I don't usually draw trees. I haven't drawn trees in a while.
I mean, you could say that you wouldn't leave them alone. My sister even cringed.
Oh, don't worry. You're barking up the right tree.
Get out. This is your podcast, I like and I'm telling you to get out. In next episode, it's me, Rude, taking over Steven's podcast because he had to be punalicious up in here.
I got punished.
Oh my god, get out!
Sorry.
It's bad.
Alright. I like this drawing, so let's move on to the next before I start hating it.
Oh!
Page 49.
Okay, so I'm getting the impression Goblin Werewolf Rockman is definitely not happy with the manicure he got on his little claw thingy. I'm thinking he's just like, I paid $20 for them to make me look like Regina George from Mean Girls, and I come out looking like Shrek. Like, he's definitely not happy. Like, that's not a happy face. He doesn't even have an iris. So he's probably just rolling his eyes super hard, like, they're going to charge me that much, and they're going to just, nah, honey, I ain't going back there. Get ready for a Yelp review that you ain't ever going to believe. And then he's got a scar on his arm, like, you know what? He probably scratched himself because they didn't file it down good enough. And that's why he's so upset.
So, actually...
Yeah, go ahead.
What happened is that I sometimes go to Twitter and ask the people of Twitter to give me creative ideas of what to draw, because sometimes I'm bored and I don't know what to draw. And one person suggested a video game character and draw in my monster style. So I believe this is it's a highway pig from the game Above Guard or Overwatch or something like that.
See, I've never played any of those, so I don't know.
I haven't played Overwatch either. Or is it called Above Guard? I don't know. So yeah, this is Highway Pig, and his friend is the Oscar the Grouch from Sesame Street.
You know, this actually reminds me of the drawing you drew me on my birthday. Of
really? Oh, yeah.
It does, kinda.
Yeah.
Is this my brother? Family?
Surprise. All right. Let's move on to page number 50.
I am not even sure what I'm looking at. I'm looking at a torture chamber that you may or may not have underneath your house.
I don't know. Ask Mr. Prime about this one.
I don't wanna, because I feel like if I ask too many questions, I'm gonna end up there and nobody's gonna ever hear from me again or know where I am. So, nah, I'm good. I'm good.
I mean, there's really not much to this drawing. I mean, in the middle one, there's a bunch of skulls arranged in silly ways.
Noticing that. Yeah. It's definitely not IKEA, level of decoration, but, some thought went into it. I see what they were trying to do, It's the thought that counts. It may not be everybody's taste, right? But, we're all different.
By the way, audience, the day that we are recording this is the 22nd of December, 2017.
We're from the past. Whoa!
Yeah. So I hope we don't mention anything that turns out to be a tragedy in,
the
next few months.
So bad.
Because I might not even be here to change, to like take down the video or to edit it out or anything.
Yeah, that'd be really, really bad. Like goblins become like citizens of our society, and it's just like, how could you? Like, they're people too.
Or now that I think of it, the burnt down forest, which was not intentionally to be burnt down. I mean, what's happening in California, dudes?
Oh boy.
All right, next page.
Yeah. Aww. This brings me back, because now that you're at, what is it, like 21,000? Or something like that.
At the time of this recording, yeah, 21,000. At the time of...
I remember talking with you when you were at 1K subscribers, and even before that, you were so, and I hate to go this way, but you were so down, and you thought, like your stuff wasn't good enough, and that you weren't going anywhere, and it would never, go anywhere. And once you hit 20,000, I'm just like, I told you!
She did tell me.
Yes, I did.
I can confirm.
Mm-hmm.
I was just afraid that the only reason I had 1,000 subscribers is for my life stories, and nobody cared about the Mr. Prime and the lore stories and all that stuff. But they proved me wrong, because at the time of this recording, I posted a little Mr. Prime Q&A announcement with a temporary video that will be deleted, and in less than 20 minutes, I already had 200 comments on there.
That's awesome.
And my last video got maybe 100 comments. No, not even. So people do care about Mr. Prime and the lore and all that stuff. So I'm happy.
Okay, I've got a question for you though.
Okay.
So the difference between hitting 1K versus, let's say, 10K, did you feel any different? Did it feel like?
Yeah. I mean, it's kind of like the difference between hitting just 100 to 1,000. It's that kind of like.
That's a good analogy, though.
Yeah. Like, it feels similar, like, maybe on a bigger scale, because, like, 100 subscribers, you can get away with more. You don't get, like, a bunch of negative comments or any
because everybody's there.
Positive comments.
They're your friends.
Yeah, exactly. So, yeah, it took me so long to hit just 100 subscribers. It took me over 7 months. I don't even want
to say. I'm actually kind of curious what you're going to be at when this video is up. Like, people are going to be
true.
Like, oh my gosh, he was at 21,000, then watch, you're going to be at like 50-something or 70 or, I don't know. I mean, wherever you are.
It could go either way. Like, it could either, like, I could either, like, grow a bunch before this video is posted, or I could be just stuck at, like, the 22,000s maybe because I don't know, maybe my channel will die once I leave, or maybe it's still gonna thrive because I was smart and I stockpiled a bunch of videos to be posted for you guys
I think
when
it's still
I'm
gonna
gone.
grow. I think it's still gonna grow because the more consistently you upload, the faster you're gonna grow. Because I noticed that when I was uploading more consistently, I was growing consistently. So
yeah, but it really depends. Like right now, I only have 2 videos ready for the 4 months absence. It's gonna be
no pressure.
happening. yeah. So I mean, if I could at least post 1 video a month, that'd be good. But I want to do at least 2 videos a month. Yeah.
See, I'm trying to do 1 per week. Whee!
Anyways, guys, hopefully by the time this video is posted, Rude Rhino will have a thriving channel as well. Go subscribe to her, of course.
No, don't.
And shut up, she doesn't get a say in this, because it's your free will. So whether she can't stop you whether or not you want to subscribe. So she can't stop. So her opinion doesn't matter on this subject. So subscribe to her channel. My opinion matters more than that of those who say you shouldn't subscribe to her. So yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Anyway, next sketch. Sketch.
Okay. Another tree. I'm sorry.
What is this? Like the 4th one? 5th one? 4th one.
This is the 4th one at least.
What's in the chest? What's in the box?
I never saw that movie.
I've never seen it. I just seen the meme.
The inspiration for this drawing was The Legend of the Zeldas: Breath of the Wild, which I started playing around this time.
I haven't played that either. I'm so behind on games.
Oh, it's so good. Like this is obviously based off of Korok Forest, where there are chests and stuff inside the hollow trees and all that stuff. That's pretty cool.
Is it your heart locked up in there? Did somebody hurt you?
Well, if it was my heart, the box would just be empty, wouldn't it?
So edgy! Okay, I'm gonna
Easy
go
easy.
jump off the little stump area they got there now. To my death.
Yeah.
Goodbye.
Yeah. Do that. I'm kidding, don't. Please.
Someone's gonna be like, that's not funny! Anyway. Next.
Yep.
Yes.
Okay, yeah.
The Hollow Man.
I heard you do it first time. Yeah. The Hollow Man.
Oh, you heard me the first time? Well, I'll say it again. Next. The Hollow Man. They look like one, they need cheeseburgers, and the one that's got part of his head missing and some of his body and his arm. Okay. He needs some serious super glue, maybe some paper mache, and some bubble gum to put him back together. Why are the men hollow? Are they emotionally hollow? What? With what? Bubblegum?
With bubblegum. It's the second time you mentioned this in this whole podcast.
Did I really?
Yeah, you called the guy with the Fairly Odd Parents Bubblegum Man.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Well, I mean, bubblegum's a very good adhesive. It gets stuck in everything, especially hair. So give them a little bit of hair and get the gum involved, and they'll never be hollow again. Matter of fact, they're going to be called the Sticky Men after that. So why the Hollow Men?
It's it's the title of a poem that's about the aftermath of World War I, but I didn't make it historically accurate. It was a suggestion from Twitter from my good friend Dev Bear, who was in the first podcast, and I drew it because it's cool.
One of them is wearing like undies. What's going on with that?
Well, do you not wear undies? I mean, don't judge him.
I mean, I'm not going there.
Yeah, let's not. This is gonna be public.
Yeah, sorry, kiddos. No.
I mean, I asked a question, so it's on me.
Well, I mean, even if I were to answer that, it'd be like known by all, so nobody gets to know.
Nobody gets to know.
What is underwear? Okay, anyway.
Page 54.
Yes, page 54. Avatar? That you? It kind of reminds me of the Lost City of Atlantis and Avatar kind of mixed together.
Really?
And what? I can't even think right now. Like El Dorado, the girl. I don't know why, but she's kind of mixed in there as well. It's very good. Really? Like I can't do bodies to save my life. Proportions are just not my thing.
Are you talking about Avatar: The Last Airbender or James Cameron Avatar?
The one with the blue people.
Oh, okay, that's James Cameron.
Yeah,
okay.
blue people.
Okay, so what this is actually, the comment section is also going to kill you on this one. Is a
That's
character
okay.
from The Legend of the Zeldas, Breath of the Wild.
Oh, okay.
It's Urbosa. She is Bae. She's awesome. She's
Bae.
strong. She comes. I'll explain it for you, Rude Rhino, but the comment section already knows this as well. She's from a tribe called the Gerudos, or the Gerudos, however you want to pronounce it. That consists of only women, so it's basically Middle Eastern Amazons.
Oh, okay. So me.
Yeah. Well, I guess I'm very proud of this drawing. I'm still proud of it.
I like it. I like it.
Yeah.
Very nice.
I obviously had a reference for this one, but I didn't care. I just wanted to get the character right.
Oh, very nice. Very nice. I like. Me gusta.
Nexties?
Okay. Yes. Aw, you drew me. That's so sweet of you. Aw, it's me without makeup filters. So cute. Don't you just want to pet me? No.
I love your scaly, leathery skin.
Oh yes. I'm so quick. I'm so fast. So I'm gonna think. I want to say like lizard, and for whatever reason, bird, snake thing.
It's a bird, lizard, it's dinosaur. I don't know. Let's move on to the next page.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cracks in your non-existent heart, maybe.
Yeah, let's go with that.
Okay.
Next.
I'm gonna say another Zelda-inspired art.
Nah, this is just concept art for a drawing for a video I made back when a little after I drew this drawing. I made a video.
Oh.
Called A Lovely Stroll Into the Forest.
Yeah, you
like
just
that.
wanted an excuse to draw more frickin' trees.
Shut up.
Got a tree fetish going on. You need help.
I just love that wood.
Oh my god. That's bad. That's really, really bad.
This is not the last tree, by the way.
I bet it's not. I didn't think it would be. Tree fetishes never die.
58.
I feel like we interrupted him in a very intimate part of his daily, chores of cleanliness and personal hygiene. Why is he looking at us like that? Like he wants us to watch? It's like, oh.
I've been expecting you.
Hello. Would you like to climb into my barrel?
Do you want to see my strudel?
Gnome in the tub. Just inappropriate. There are children, Mr. Gnome. There are children watching. And you just scrub yourself, you dirty, dirty gnome.
Actually, this drawing is to promote the movie Gnomeo and Juliet, Sherlock Gnomes.
Okay. Okay. I saw part of that and then I fell asleep. Not because it was like boring, I was just tired.
It didn't come out. Well, it's a sequel. It didn't come out yet.
No. Gnomeo and Juliet.
Oh, the original one? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. I've watched 5 minutes of it and it's like, this is trash.
Oh, okay. So you want to promote the sequel, yet you won't even watch the first one.
I mean, I didn't. The sequel wasn't announced when this drawing was done. So.
Okay.
Hashtag not sponsored. Next.
See what I did there?
I did.
Oh, it's nice though. I used to be obsessed with drawing horses. None of them came out this nice though, because I'm too lazy to shade. This is very, very nice. Very nice. I still can't believe you did all of these on paper. Like,
yeah.
Very nice little horsey.
The more sketchbooks I make, the further I get into the sketchbooks, the more attention I put into each page, so the longer it takes to make a sketchbook. Like, the more time I put into the sketchbooks. Like,
see, that's good, though.
Yeah. Like, the first 3 sketchbooks were done in under a year. The number 4 and 5 were done in a year as well. But, so I did 3 in a year. The first year I did sketchbooks. The second year I did 2 in a year. Then I did another one that took me a semester, which is Sketchbook 6, and I'm hoping for Sketchbook 7 to last until the end of 2018, because I won't be able to start until I get back from wherever I am.
Narnia.
Narnia. I'm gone to Narnia. Oh, I
Gone
wish.
to Narnia to ride Aslan and take out the witch.
Okay, so just a thing about my drawings: the darker the shading, the more mess ups I had. So here it's pretty dark because I messed up a few lines and had to hide them, especially
See, if
around
you
the
had never
belly
said
area.
that, I wouldn't know. So,
Exactly. So that's one thing. That's why I said that what I said about the mistakes in the arts a long time ago in this very long podcast. Yeah. I mean, people don't know your mistakes until you point them out to them.
right? That's
Yeah.
why I never point mine out. I am perfect.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
No.
If only that worked for everyone.
I'm glad it doesn't, though, because some people really don't need that kind of knowledge.
Yeah. Next.
Aw, it's a flower. Why is the other one, like, shy?
Because I didn't have much room on the page.
What do you mean you didn't have much room? You had a whole section on the right that was just like, hi!
I mean, that section on the right is full of black light invisible ink stuff, so.
Oh, okay. We getting all scientific Breaking Bad up in here. Okay, that's okay.
I mean, a lot of these pages have a lot of hidden text, so wink wink to the cough to the audience.
Don't cough on the audience. What's wrong with you?
I mean, they know what it means.
Ah! You wrong for that. You wrong. Okay, next.
61.
6-1. Normal people say 61, but you know. Oh, it's a little dragon. And he looks a little too excited. Or maybe his pants are a little too tight. I don't know. Where are his hands?
in the sleeves.
Well, that doesn't seem very productive. Like, how is he supposed to, like, write or hold a cheeseburger or...
He's on a flying rock. I think he has more to worry about than how to write.
Okay. All right. You know what? Writing
if we want to get all scientific in here, that's my
I'll
final
get all
answer.
scientific up in here.
62.
Oh. Hello. I mean, he looks like a misunderstood monster. Like, if people saw him, they'd be like, like, monster. He's like, no, wait, like, I'm cool. Like, he's not snarling or anything. He just kind of is, like, looking back at his tail, like, why do they hate me? Is it because of this? Like, I'm a good person. My name's Ben. I like cats.
Yeah, I'm gonna stop you right there.
Oh,
I don't
okay.
like this drawing. Can we move on to the next one?
All right, you hater. See, that's exactly what I'm talking about. Everybody keeps running away from him, and he's just like, man.
Yeah, okay, I'm gonna censor the name here because it's private information.
Oh, okay.
Page 63.
It's a baby. I don't like babies.
It's my niece.
Oh, I'm sorry. Sorry.
If you don't like babies that much, we can just move on to the next
Good deal.
64.
You know, I'm really starting to think there's, like, tunnels and stuff underneath your house, and you're just going down there and like, oh, I'll just sketch this today.
Not exactly under my house.
Oh, I'm sorry, under your grandmother's house?
Not exactly under my grandmother's house.
Okay, you know what? Be vague. I don't care. I don't want to end up in these tunnels of doom, so...
Well, not exactly vague. My viewers, my mystery-solving viewers, are gonna have a field day with this.
Oh, definitely. They're gonna get all Illuminati in here.
Yeah. That's 65.
Yeah, 65. Oh.
That was another Twitter suggestion. It was draw onion dip as a human.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that makes sense too. I like the rocks. And the shading again with the shadows, that really takes it up a notch, I think. Because if you didn't do any kind of shadows, either on the rocks or behind him, it would just look very, very blah.
Yeah, I agree.
Aww.
That's probably why I did the shading.
I just want to give him a hug.
He doesn't deserve it.
Oh, stop it. You be nice.
You know nothing about him. You know
And
nothing.
whose fault is that, Steven?
I refuse to answer that question. I want a lawyer. Next.
Yes. Oh, I want one. Oh, I would sell my car so fast. Yeah, sorry, I'm going to be late. I had to Feed my kangaroo mouse. I'm sorry, your what? My kangaroo mouse. You know what? Pineapple octopus that just wanted to finish his peanut butter crunch cereal. And
It's Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
my bad! I can't see what it is from here. And his mom just said, "You've got 5 minutes, the bus is coming." And he's like, "What?" That's
This was This was a fun drawing. It was another Twitter suggestion.
I'm taking it that Twitter suggestions are fun for you to do.
Yeah, from time to time, but like if you watch the podcast with Laddie, I did the same thing, and the first Twitter suggestion I ever got was draw an apple. How creative. As these were a lot more fun.
Yeah.
And that's why I did a lot more of these.
That's cool.
Like
man.
like the next page is also a Twitter suggestion, page 68.
Let's take a peek. What is this, Laddie? Every little girl ever is Laddie. It's a fish.
Yes.
Why? That's cruel. Why doesn't she let the fish be free?
The fish obviously is happy.
You don't know
the way
that
it is
he
right
could
now.
be
It's
like
smiling.
deep inside.
I drew it. I know
Deep
everything.
Down inside, just screaming in anguish, like, "Please let me go!" But on the outside, he keeps a smile on because it's uncomfortable to make everybody be like, "Hello, I'm in misery."
Well, I mean, I guess. I have no.
No, I
report.
actually really like it. The very nice little details to his fins as well. Like, this is why I can't sketch on paper. Like doing all that little like, I don't even want to call it this because I don't want it to seem like it's nothing, but that little scratchy scratch kind of texture that some of it get. I really like that. I can't do it though. I can't do it. I either do it too heavy or too light, but it just is not good.
The trick is to use pens that are running out of ink.
See, I don't have those.
Because you don't draw enough to have pens running out of ink.
True.
I'm kidding. Okay. 69, my favorite number.
Shut up.
I like this drawing.
Are we actually talking about the demon bat creature thing?
That's just Booger's brother.
Boogers.
Don't mention. Booger is a recurring character in this sketch.
Huh?
Page 70.
Oh,
Boy, more
wow.
trees.
Look what it is. And we're right back to trees.
Okay, you know what? We've talked about trees enough. Just go on to 71. I bet
Oh
there's no trees on page. Are you serious, Steven?
Oh my god.
Are you
You know
serious?
what? I actually like the ground on this one though.
Yeah, I like
That reminds me of like smoldering, kind of like steam is coming up through the ground, like how it does.
Yeah.
Like, get out of here.
Page 72. Let's not look at trees.
Aw, that must have taken ages.
It's a mummy.
Yeah, but all of the freaking wrapping and
That took a while.
yeah, I bet it did.
Like when I finish these drawings, I don't even notice the passage of time. Well, I notice it only after I draw
you notice
but
it in
not
your
while I'm drawing
hand.
it. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I notice the passage of time only once I'm done, but I don't feel like it's been a long time when I finish these drawings. But it actually takes maybe like some of these drawings can take. Okay, so for my Inktober this year, a few of my drawings took me over 6 hours for one page of a sketchbook.
I ain't got no time for that.
Yeah, that's why it was so. And that's I mean, those long Inktober drawings for Inktober 2017. That's why I only posted my Halloween special video 3 weeks into November because I was so busy with Inktober and a lot of other things. I was very busy, and I almost some days I didn't even have time for Inktober, and they're just like little crap 2-second drawings, and I was so disappointed in myself. Anyways, on a more cheerful note, let's move to 73.
Yes.
Just a bunch of poses. Yeah.
I like the winged one though. That one's pretty cool.
Yeah. Oh yeah, there is a winged one. I do agree. I did not remember I drew that.
Yes. So talented.
Next.
Okay, I know this is gonna sound bad, but the first thing I noticed was titties.
Wait, on page 74?
Yes.
There are titties? Where? I'm kidding.
You get distracted by that nose.
Well, the nose is pointing to the
Why
titties,
does he get to touch her butt? She looks so uncomfortable with that.
That's his wife.
How?
Ask Psychic Pebbles, because this is a meme he created.
Oh, okay.
And his wife Margie.
Okay. I am concerned for her. She looks It's looking pretty rough. That's probably some very heavy alcohol in that glass.
Yeah, I drew that. Next.
Why does this remind me of like a beer logo?
I don't know. This reminds me of like medieval old art stuff.
That too.
Like
I used to be obsessed with drawing claws like that too.
Yeah, it's like what you'd see on a family crest of old England or something.
Mm. Yeah,
or
definitely
France.
like on a flag.
Yeah.
Sorry, I peeked at the next one.
All right, just go to the next one then. 76.
That's got to be my favorite one so far.
Really?
I really like this one.
Hmm.
I can't draw like this to save my life. I don't have the patience or like the motivation to even learn how. Like
I don't
content with my shitty art. Sorry, my crappy art.
I'm not content with the lion's face.
I could see why. Like I don't dislike it. I feel like if you had turned his head a little bit to the right, you probably would have liked it more, but I still like it.
Yeah.
That snake is
but then
awesome.
again, it's a mythical creature. Oh yeah, I like the snake.
That's awesome. I hate you.
Yeah. Like, chimeras are nowadays are just referring to is a word to refer to any animal that is a mix of animals, whether it's just animal parts put together or two animals combined or whatever.
It kind of looks like the goat is like hugging the lion from behind,
Yeah.
or like giving him the hind leg. I got you, fam. It's okay.
But yeah. The original chimera, the creature called chimera, is actually this. This is the original chimera from the Greek legends, which is a lion with a goat attached to its back, a goat head attached to its back, and a snake. And sometimes it has dragon wings, sometimes it doesn't. It has a snake as a tail, and it's fun. I'm a nerd.
Mm-hmm. No, I like mythical stuff and like mixing animals.
I am obsessed.
Really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
77?
Yes, bring it on. Oh.
Here's an ugly boy.
The first face I saw was just the super cranky one.
Oh yeah.
Aw, little onion man. Your little onion boy, onion man, onion sprite, kind of reminds me of like Peachella's like distant cousin.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I see that. When I first saw your Peachella design, I was like, oh, if you just decapitated Peachella, it'd look like an onion dip.
Well, that's healthy. That's okay.
Yeah. I'll just have you know that I invented onion dip back in 2010.
Oh,
so
I
mine
invented
is older.
Peachella at the beginning of this year. My bad.
So I'm
and she died in the
first.
end of this year. So.
Her lifespan was shorter than Pokemon Go.
Oh my god. Yeah, it was.
Next.
Yes, next.
Just more of the same.
I'm loving that monster face though. That's me in the morning. That was me this morning. Oh, okay. 79. Go.
79. I like 79.
I like 79 too. It's very.
I love
the balance too of the text and the shadow and just.
Mm-hmm.
I like that one.
I'm very proud of this drawing. He's my boy. my precious handsome boy.
So sassy.
By the way, gang. Rude Rhino also knows the secret identity of Mr. Prime, but she won't tell you shit.
Hell nah. Suffer, bitches. I mean, suffer, people. I'm sorry.
Like, there are actually quite a few people that know Mr. Prime's true identity.
Oh,
now.
wow.
Like,
way to make me feel all special and then just take it away.
I mean, you were one of the, you were the first and second, like I told two people at the same time. First and second people to see Mr. Prime's face. All right.
Page 80.
80, yeah.
Okay, this is definitely up there for my favorites. That's like perfect. That is perfect.
This is a redraw of the thumbnail of one of Speechy's videos.
Yep, I recognized it right away. Ah, that's awesome. All right, if she sees this, she'll probably stab me, but that's way better than what she drew. Well, I mean, it's got more detail. That's probably why, but that should have been the thumbnail.
Yeah, of course, Speechy is a talented artist.
Oh, definitely. Like she's
in that drawing than I did in this one.
She doesn't need to prove to anybody. She's a very good artist.
Yeah. I mean,
please don't kill me, Speech.
Please don't kill her, Speechy.
I mean, if you do, just make it quick, please.
Oh yeah, definitely. And make it soon. I'm kidding.
Can you do it now?
Page 81.
Yes. Aww, I still don't like babies, but aww.
I was about to say, you can't go from I hate babies to,
No,
how cute.
Okay, cartoon babies, fine, because they're not real. Real babies. Ew.
My niece is real.
Okay, but she's not real in this one. She's just a little cartoon baby.
It's based off of of a real picture we took together.
That's cute. Red shirt and all. Is that the only like shirt color you own? Is just a bunch of red button-ups that you just wear every day? Do you wear the same thing every day?
Well, I don't wear the same thing. I wear the same design every day.
That's what I'm saying, like uniform style.
Yeah. I have lots of red button-down shirts.
That doesn't surprise me.
I have my dream is to one day only have red button-down shirts or red polo shirts or anything that's just red. Yeah, I'll be living
the
cartoon character. But I really do like my flannel shirts. I'm wearing flannel right now, and they're very comfortable,
they're very
even though
cozy.
they're not all red.
I'm gonna steal one of your flannels while you're gone.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
I'm okay with that.
I'm gonna say thank you in advance.
Next.
The uncomfortableness in his voice. Next. Oh, where did your hand go? Ooh.
It's all right, next.
Okay. Oh, look, it's Wisconsin.
Why do you say that?
Because it's always that freaking cold here. Oh, wait a minute. I'm seeing something else. I'm seeing a skull.
Yeah,
Ooh,
boy.
That's sneaky. I like this one.
I like this one too.
That's really
like
cool.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I'm very, very proud.
That one's really cool. Good job on that one.
Thank you. I wonder who those characters might be.
Me, you, and our pet penguin. In the future.
It's supposed to be Crow. This is a lot of text.
Yes, I'm reading.
Oh, okay. You can read. The audience can probably have the time to read as well.
Yeah.
Here you go. Here's Tom.
Yeah, you had me until it went into what's that font that's has been on like Microsoft Word since like before Bill Gates was even born. It's like called Wrigley's or something.
Wingdings.
Wingdings. That's exactly what that reminds me of. Wingdings.
Yeah, it's basically I made this into a font as well, so I can type in this no problem.
Nice.
It's I like my codes and secrets and all that. And,
I bet you do. I should start doing something like that. I actually used to write in my own language for a while, and everybody thought it was Japanese.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
Because I would write up and down, not side to side.
Ah, gotcha.
Yeah.
I've done similar things as well as that.
Aww.
I really like writing in this, and my fan base is gonna have a field day.
Yes, they are.
Yeah.
Have fun with that, Peaches.
Yep. Next. Oh, look at that. It's the last page.
Oh, explain this piece of art. I like how you write contents, though. Yeah. Like, that style of writing is font, really cool.
Yeah. I like it. It's fun.
Your handwriting's very nice.
Thank you.
It's so neat.
It took me 10 minutes to write that word.
Oh. A for effort.
Yep. And C for content.
Shut up. S for shut up. There you go.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yep. That's the last page, folks. Now what happens is that we just have a conclusion segment.
Yes.
So we just talk about whatever you want. The floor is yours. Rude.
Don't put me on the spot like that, okay? It's been a long day.
All right. Well, this was I'm going to give a little summary of what happened here in this sketchbook.
You do that.
So this sketchbook started in January 1st, 2017, indeed. And it ended on what day? What day did it end on?
June something?
Yeah, something of June. it ended. Yeah, like it probably ended at near the end of June. I think I rushed to finish by the end of June. So about 6 months to make this one. So this was a semester long sketchbook, and I had a lot of good times with this one. This is one of my favorite sketchbooks so far. It's good. I'm proud of it. A lot of good drawings.
I'm proud of you.
The best drawings are near the end, so Rude Rhino got to experience all of those with me in this podcast.
Yes.
Whereas Laddie was stuck on the lesser good ones in the last episode. But there's
less gooder ones.
Lesser ones.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah,
Oh,
I mean they're still good, and we had a fun time in that podcast. I mean the quality of the art doesn't necessarily mean the podcast is better, but you know, I there's more to appreciate in the better drawings, and I hate myself less, and I deprecate less in sketchbook episodes when the drawings are actually good. So, good job, Steven. Past Steven, you're doing okay.
Proud of you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Keep it up, man. Keep it up.
Is there any advice you want to give the audience, or to me, or any thoughts?
Well, I was just gonna say keep drawing even when you're away, because I'm pretty sure they can't take a pen and paper away.
I mean,
from you.
I won't be able to have a sketchbook. Or
doesn't matter. Get a piece of toilet paper. I don't know.
I won't be able to draw while I'm there. And
lame.
That depresses me. The audience has no idea where I am, by the way. I'm not gonna
get a pen and draw on yourself.
Yeah, or I'll just carve a drawing onto myself.
No, don't do that.
Well, that got dark. All right.
Maybe.
Thank you, everyone, for watching until the very end. I know that most of you probably just skipped ahead just to see the drawings and ignored the people talking. I don't blame you. This was on the longer spectrum, but hopefully I can cut it down to maybe 45 minutes. The Laddie episode was originally an hour long, and I cut it down to 47 minutes, so that's good.
Gives you enough material to cut out and use.
Yeah, exactly. So, thank you for watching. Thank you, Rude Rhino, for being a part of this episode. I appreciate it so much.
Thank you for bringing me on.
Of course. So there's the end. Let's cut. I'm gonna stop recording in 3, 2, 1.